Hey everyone, welcome back to D&D Daily. I'm Dan.
And I'm Daphne. Thanks for joining us today. We have a really interesting story for you. One that is about computers, artificial intelligence, and a very small but very popular machine.
That's right. Today we're talking about the Apple Mac Mini. Now, this is a small desktop computer, about the size of a thick book, and lately, a lot of tech people are buying it. Why? Because of something called an AI agent.
Yes. An AI agent is a computer program that can do tasks by itself. You give it a goal, and it figures out the steps on its own. It can open websites, click buttons, sign into accounts, all without you doing anything.
That sounds pretty amazing, honestly. Imagine telling your computer, please research the best toys for my kid, and it just does it, while you're at work.
Exactly. And that is what many people are doing with a popular AI agent called OpenClaw. It runs on your computer and works in the background, handling tasks while you are busy doing other things.
So let's meet some of the people using this. First, there's Matt Schumer. He's an AI investor. He has a Mac Mini in his kitchen. Actually, he and his roommate each have one. Both computers are quietly running AI agents all day long.
That does sound a little unusual, I must say, but for people who enjoy working with technology, it is completely normal. Matt said that among tech enthusiasts, the reaction is simply, of course there is a computer using itself.
Ha, I love that. Okay, so why the Mac Mini specifically? Why not a laptop or another desktop?
There are several reasons. Number 1, price. The Mac Mini starts at just $599. That is quite affordable compared to many other powerful computers. Number 2, power. It has strong processing power, which means it can run AI programs well. And number 3, design.
Right, the design is actually really clever for this use. Because an AI agent works in the background, you don't need a screen or keyboard attached to it all the time. The Mac Mini is just a small box. You can put it in your kitchen on a shelf anywhere.
Precisely. And many users connect to their AI agent through a phone app, something like WhatsApp or Telegram. You can send a message to your agent and it will complete the task for you while you are away.
One person in this story, Roy Dirks, works at IBM. He uses OpenClaw on his home Mac Mini to research personal things, like gifts for his child. While he is at the office, he just sends a message from his phone and the Mac Mini at home gets to work.
And then there is Clément Sauvage, an app developer who has 3 Mac Minis running OpenClaw. One handles his emails and to-do list, another manages his development projects, and the third acts as a so-called central brain, coordinating all the other machines.
3 computers. That's wow, okay? I want to talk about some numbers here because they are really interesting. The Mac Mini has become so popular that if you order one today, you might wait 10 to 12 weeks to receive it. That is almost 3 months.
Indeed. And apparently when Matt Schumer visited an Apple store in New York City, an employee actually called the Mac Mini an OpenClaw machine. That tells you how connected these two things have become in people's minds.
Research companies are also noticing this trend. One firm called Omdia estimated that Mac Mini shipments, that means the number of units sent to stores and customers, grew by double digits in 2025 compared to 2024. Double digits means 10% or more.
And analysts say this is part of a much bigger change. One analyst from the International Data Corporation said we are in a highly transformative phase for personal computers. Not only is the hardware, the physical machine, changing, but the way people use computers is changing completely.
Think about it. For most of computer history, you sat in front of a screen and gave commands. Click here. Type this. Open that. But with AI agents, the computer works for you all the time, even when you are not watching.
That is a very significant shift. And the community around OpenClaw is growing fast. There are now OpenClaw conferences happening around the world. At one event in San Francisco, people were still lining up to enter 2 hours after it started.
That is serious enthusiasm. Now, let's also mention that the Mac Mini is not the only device in this space. Nvidia, the famous chip company, has its own product called the DGX Spark. It is more expensive and more powerful. Nvidia's CEO even showed it controlling a home robot.
So the future may look quite different. Computers working silently in our homes, managing our schedules, doing research, sending messages, all while we live our daily lives.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's do a quick vocabulary review. Daphne, can you remind our listeners of today's key words?
Of course. Today's words were AI agent, a program that works by itself, autonomous, working without human control, commodity, a product many people want, status symbol, something that shows you belong to a special group, and affordable, not too expensive.
Perfect. And a great example sentence, the Mac Mini has become an affordable status symbol among AI enthusiasts. Try saying that a few times.
Lovely. And that is all for today's episode of D&D Daily. We hope you learned something new, both about English and about the exciting world of AI technology.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep learning, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.